Are you ready? Here we go. 69.5 hours. Destroying old session. This is what this game quickly becomes over time. And again, this is not even end game. This is like mid game. All right. All right, let me go. I'll take you guys back to my hub. So I'll show you where it all started. Close your eyes. Don't look at any of this yet. Don't look. Spoilers. Close your eyes. You can't see this. Hey, Excelsior, I haven't seen you on for a while. What is Satisfactory? Satisfactory is a very chill factory building game where you explore a huge world and you mine resources and you set up factories to build items that you put on a giant space elevator and they go away. And there's really, like, that's it. That's the whole point of the game, is just to build stuff, and it's oddly addicting. Okay, you guys can open your eyes now. So, you all just watched me build the hub in the new file, the new game. This is same thing. This is where I decided to place my hub when I first started playing this game. And as you can see, first of all, the region is totally different. We're in grass fields. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of other stuff built around this hub. So let me give you the tour. This is my space elevator, which again, you can see in the top right corner, you have not only milestones but objectives. I'm on space elevator phase 4, which requires a bunch of really difficult to make items. And that's basically the main plot of the game, is like sending these really challenging to make items up the space elevator, and then you don't really know what happens to them. All around me is like my first... This is all the basic stuff that I started building when I started my file. So this is all iron production, which looks like it's all halted right now, probably because my storage containers are full. So I have 1, 2, 3 iron nodes right here that all pump out iron ore. The iron ore goes into smelters to be turned into iron ingots, and then depending on which way you go, these iron ingots are being turned into the iron rods. Those iron rods then go into this to be turned into screws. Over here, these iron ingots go into these to be turned into the iron plates. The iron plates fill up this. Yep, this is all full. And then some of them come out the back and go into this. They get merged with the screws to make reinforced iron plates, but even those are full up. Then the reinforced iron plates go in here, and it's just, you create like a whole assembly line on like how to make different items. Again, we're talking about how quickly the list of things that you can make explodes. If I go to my craft bench right now, you know how like I had maybe like what, 10 different things that I could craft in that other file? Yeah, look at all the crap that I can craft on this file. And that's not even everything, because there are certain items that you can't craft by hand that you have to make in factories. So, again, everything around here is pretty much the basic stuff. This is iron. Over there is some of my biomass burning stuff, which I honestly don't even use anymore. Back that way is a couple of extra higher level items that I had to make earlier, but that factory is pretty much shut down right now. There's basic concrete coming in right here, but I've got more of this somewhere else. And over here, this is all of my copper. So I have 1 copper miner up there that's feeding down here. All of this copper goes into these smelters to be turned into copper ingots. And then these copper ingots all go into different factories that are all being made into different things. Like you can see, these are making wire. The wire gets carried over here. You see a lot of these are making wire because I need a lot of wire. The wire is going into this huge container, so I've got all of this wire. Then that's getting, well, some of that's getting put into the sink. So I have too much of this. But then these are going to be made into other things. These are getting turned into cable, which I'm good on. And this was making something else, which I think this, yeah, this is full too. So a lot of this stuff is from earlier in my save file. I have not really had to use any of this for a while. But this is only where I started. You also, eventually, you get to make these guys, which are called hyper tubes. And these are a mode of transportation. Have you ever played Kenshi? It's one of your favorite games of all time. I have not. So these hyper tubes, you can build them to quickly transport you from one location to another. This large pad that I built is for my steel production. So steel requires both iron ore and coal to produce steel ingots. So you can see I actually have iron ore being pumped in from over there. It goes underneath here, runs underneath this whole platform, clips through the floor here, and then goes up and it gets fed into these three smelters, along with coal, which is coming from a coal deposit way over this hill, which I'll show you guys that later. But then these get turned into steel ingots. The steel ingots come into these three things that are all making different stuff. These two are making steel pipes. These are making steel beams. Here's more concrete that I said I had more making somewhere else. This concrete thing is working overtime. The concrete and the steel beams go into this, and they make encased industrial beams. Over here I've got sulfur coming in from a sulfur mine way up there. There's the limestone over there for the concrete coming all this way. So yeah, you can see like this game can get pretty complicated pretty quickly. So let me go, I'll follow the coal line. So when I first needed coal, I basically had to go on an adventure to find coal. Obviously you can scan for it, but there isn't really any coal nearby where I started. This was probably the closest and most easily accessible coal. So I had to come all the way over here. And you're going to see something right as I look over here. Boom. This is my primary power grid. This is a coal generator plant. Are the maps random or static? It's one static map, so everybody that plays this game plays on the same map, but the map is huge. So there's different. Also, you get to choose your starting location, so it doesn't need to be random. It's large enough. So this coal is being brought all the way up this mountain from way down here. And all of these down here, this was like my first real major accomplishment in this game, was this factory right here. So pretty much your first, I said this earlier in this in the stream, but your first source of power in this game comes from burning biofuel or biomass. But eventually you unlock these, which are coal generators. And what the coal generators do is they eat coal and water to produce power. So not only do you have to build these somewhere near a coal mine, so you can see over here is where I have the coal coming in. Right there. Coal comes in, gets distributed between all of the different coal generators. But you also need to build it near water. because I've got these water generators that are pumping water through these pipes. You can actually see that shows you that the water is flowing from this direction to this direction. And then the water gets split up between all the generators also. And all of this is providing maybe a little bit more than half, or about half of the power that's running all of my factories across the map. Eventually, I needed to build another one of these, so I'll show you where I have that. I'm going to switch to a different piece of equipment that lets me run quicker. That's fairly organized and not spaghetti. I know, I'm very proud of that. I also love that if you're running in the same direction that a conveyor belt flows, it gives you a speed boost. Oh, I can't slide. Slide? Yeah. Gotta go fast. I'm gonna take fall damage here. Oh, no fall damage. Definitely here, though. Okay. So now, let me take you over to my other factory. This one's mostly organized. A little bit of spaghetti going on here. A little bit. So this is my oil plant. So this tube here, this is bringing oil from way the fuck across the map. Running this oil pipeline gave me just as much satisfaction as setting up that entire coal generator factory, because it basically took the same amount of time. Everything that I just showed you over in that pit of water, yeah, equal satisfaction as running this pipeline. I'll show you where this pipeline goes in a minute. But basically that pipeline comes up here. It's carrying crude oil. I've got it pumping into these 4 refineries. This one's making fuel. Actually, I have it turned off because this fuel tank is pretty much full already, so I don't need it making any more. One of these is making rubber, but I've got all this rubber sitting here and nothing to use it on right now. So all the other 3 have all been converted to plastic, but it looks like this is full. Yeah, so all 3 of these are backed up right now. What's interesting about these is the refineries take in crude oil and they output plastic, and then they also output heavy oil residue, which is the first thing in the game that puts out a byproduct. So not only do you get the resource that you want, but then you also get something that you don't really want. So I have that was pumping into here. And then this thing actually can turn heavy oil residue into petroleum coke. And then, yeah, I'm saving the petroleum coke. I should actually get rid of this. Get rid of that for a bit. Okay, so we're going to save the petroleum coke because that does actually have a use right now. I am using this for something else. Hey, Mock Cage. I ended up loading up my old, different file. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. The plastic and copper sheets, which looks like these all ran out. I could put some in here. Copper sheets go into here, and they're making circuit boards. And then the circuit boards, this was making computers, but I actually switched it. It's making high-speed connectors now. This was taking in 4 different items to output computers, but I just moved all these computers to a different area and replaced them with these. I actually don't need these. Get rid of this shit. So this is kind of not in use right now. You can even see these. Some of these items are coming in from above. We'll go up there in a bit. So that's where a little bit of spaghetti comes from. The fuel is getting pumped into this, which makes packaged fuel for my jetpack. So I've got a bunch of fuel sitting here that I can take from my jetpack. I'll actually fill up on that. I needed to mass produce screws. So I found a bunch of iron nodes over here. ended up bringing most of this iron up here. These, pretty much all of this iron ore is converted directly into screws. Making my jetpack back out. Hey, sports. So all of this iron comes up here, smelted into ingots. Ingots are converted into, whoa, a little bit of lag there. Ingots are converted into iron bars, or pipes, whatever these are. And then all the pipes are turned into screws. You can see I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 constructors making screws that all get fed into this because I was using screws both for computers over there and these, what are these called? Heavy modular frames. We're both using screws so quickly that I just had to make like a mass screw factory. So this looks like a mess, but this is actually fairly well organized. It's just all of that gets fed into this one thing. Then over here, I had some excess iron to work with. So this was making iron... Excuse me. Here's the first cough of the night. This is all making iron bars or iron rods. These are making iron plates. And they get all converted into reinforced iron plates. Then the reinforced iron plates and the iron bars are getting put in here to make modular frames. Which they're actually out. How are those out? How full is this? It's not that full. Is this out of screws? Yep. Okay. Alright, so some of these I've been manually feeding because I know roughly how long it takes them to go dry. So I can take a bunch of screws out of here. Oops. Yeah, see, all this is waiting for screws. There we go. So that'll feed those two. Those two will get back to work making more reinforced iron plates. This needs to be overclocked, doesn't it? Yeah, so even the factories can be over or underclocked. Hang on. Sorry. So you get these power shards that you slot into these slots down here. And then you can actually increase the clock speed of the factory, which outputs more items more quickly, but also obviously consumes more items more quickly and increases the amount of power draw that the factory consumes. So you have to be really careful when you overclock stuff that you have enough power to support it. Sorry, Excelsior, I missed your message before. When you're done with the factory, do you upgrade or disassemble the buildings or just turn it into a ghetto? You can get rid of it, but I leave them all just in case I need them later. Up here, I have this special material coming in called Caterium ore. The Caterium ore gets converted to Caterium ingots, and then the Caterium ingots get converted into this stuff called quick wire or fast wire. Quick wire. And the quick wire is what goes all the way down there into that building that we were looking at earlier. But let me show you guys this freaking pipeline. Man, we were doing so good. Oh, and this is also my other power plant over here. My expandable power plant. Here it is. So I've got coal coming in this way. So the coal gets split up between all of these, just like in the other one. And way on the other side is the water. So I've got a whole row of water generators here. So these guys are all sucking up water, bringing it down these pipes. I did this cool stacked pipe thing here that I've never done before. It's not perfect. You get weird shit like this, but it's good enough. So this one, is this one bigger than the first? Technically, yes and no. Yes, it's bigger than the first. However, this row over here, I'm not using yet. So technically, no, because if these were in use, then yes, it would be bigger than the first. But I haven't actually, like, I'm generating enough power that I haven't needed to set these up yet. So I built them so that when I need to add more power, I just have to add a couple more water extractors, run the coal down this line, and turn these bad boys on. But until then, I only have 3/4 of this plant running right now, and that's putting out more than enough power than what I need. So right now, my maximum power output is 3,010 megawatts. But my maximum consumption, which is if every one of my factories that are plugged in right now were running, it would only use up 2620. So not only does that not come close to this yet, I'm also not actually using anywhere near this yet. So my current consumption is only 1,600, roughly. You can see it's bouncing around quite a bit because certain factories aren't running at 100% efficiency. But you can see, like, on average, I'm only using just more than half of my total capacity. So I don't really have a need to turn these on yet. But eventually, they will be turned on. So yeah, but let me show you that oil pipeline. Because that was, like, my second greatest achievement, was running this fucking pipeline. So, at some point, you unlock oil production, and there's not a whole lot of places on the map that spawn oil. So once again, I had to go on an adventure to find an oil spawn. Oh, let me switch to my feet. There we go. Don't worry, we'll get there eventually. I should have built a car. I haven't really used vehicles in this game much yet, but there are vehicles. I wonder if that would be quicker. Ooh, there's a freaking power slug up here? Hold up. Detour. Yo, what is in heat? Holy shit, what is this? Dude. This is cool. Sorry. Detouring. What is this? See, it's the moments like this, too, that when I was playing this game off-cam, I was disappointed. Because this game has had so many, like, holy cow, what is this moments that are just awesome to capture on stream. It's the oil I missed. Get that power slug in a minute. There's got to be something else good in here, though. This cave is way... Oh, I see. There's another power slug up there. So these power slugs, this is how you overclock stuff. These power slugs are what you use to make the power shards. Dude, there's like it's like an oasis. But look, like there's even a... Oh. Where did they come from? Hello? Doggos! Hey, buddies. Computer. Motor. Case industrial beam. Screws. Wiring. So there must be a pod somewhere near here. I don't see a pod. That's where all the items you send to space end up? Yeah. The music is very ethereal. I know I gotta go back in there and get that other power slug, but... It's so weird. Music's freaking out. Okay, music, relax. Chill, music, chill. Yeah, I don't know if I have enough fuel to make it there. Let's go around this way. This is really spooky. Oh no. Oh no. Can't stand there. Can I stand over here? Oh, nailed it! Got it midair. I feel like there's something else in here, though. I feel like there would have to be. 2 power slugs doesn't seem like... enough of like a reward for this. I hear an enemy creature, but I think there is maybe on the surface above me. There's also a ledge way up there. Is there anything down low, though? No, we look down here. Oh, what about in there? Oh, come on, baby. What do you got for me? Another power slug. Let's go up here first. Like, why would there be ledges up here with nothing on them? The game designer in me is freaking out right now. Oh, Sam ore. Okay. This is like the rarest material in the game. I haven't even really figured out what it's used for yet. But it's very hard to find. Oh no, is my inventory full? Okay, well, I know this was originally me showing you off my oil pipeline, but things don't always go according to plan. Spider-Man! Get out of here. Better luck next time, Spider-Man. Oh, shit. No! No! Come here, little bugger! Why does it sound like I'm being chased? That is the scariest noise. Can't hear any noise. It was very faint. It was like a skittering. Floating rocks! It's Caterium ore. I don't really need that. This must be the home of the Jedi. With all these floating rocks. Shucks. Can I get up there? Is there any point to going up there? Nope. Alright, well, it looks like that was it. Three power slugs was the I think the extent of the looting that took place. I mean, that's not bad. I was expecting something a little more, but whatever. New Locky and Wild Wheat just dropped? Like, better than Sari? Don't tell me that. Nope, leave me alone. Okay, go up there, but... You haven't crunched the numbers? Looks like server's second best, alright. I know there were a couple other recent spawns that were pretty good. I think a new herbivore meat, right? Not that long ago. I almost decided to get into the game and try to get some, but I ended up not doing that. I haven't actually been out here in a while. So here you go. Here's my oil refinery, or my oil extractor. So this guy's sucking up a bunch of crude oil and running it all the way back. I haven't been out here in so long. I wonder what else is out here. Is this a Caterium deposit? No, this looks like limestone. Yeah. You still have 40k Locky and Wild Wheat server best. Most people are out. I'm pretty sure I still have at least one full stack. What I really need is a new Tatooine fiberplast. Let me go up here for a minute. You got the early good stuff, Tat Fiber. Do you have any left, though? $30k or so? How much you want for it? I gotta figure out how to open this. Needs 20 megawatts. I've got the steel beams. I just need to run power to this. Which is really weird. Also seems unsafe considering it's in the middle of a lake. But okay. Where's my nearest power line? We're gonna try to run power to this thing. I think I have power right over here. Free? My man. Why did I put my storage unit in a lake? It's not mine. It's a crashed pod. Here's my pipeline. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a temporary power line. The only question is, where did I go? I don't think I went this far, did I? Or was it there? Was it back this way? I think it was back this way. Oh no, it was definitely not this way. Shit! Stay away! Can I get there this way? Where the fuck am I? Okay, this works. Wait, you know what? No, I'm going the other way. Okay. Keep going. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Delete that. Okay. So it had to have been this way. Oh my god, this freaking uneven terrain is messing up my slides. Yeah, that seems safe. Excellent. Okay, now we can delete all these. We need to get back to our base. Oh my god, I can't slide on this freaking terrain. Done. Perfect. Whoop. Ah, pro gamer. Noctis, what's your finalizer character name? What's cool about these hard drives that you pick up from the crashed pods, they take 10 minutes to scan, But at the end of the 10 minutes, it gives you 3 choices to choose from of alternate crafting recipes. And some of them are super good. Let's turn these power slugs into power shards. What else did we pick up that we can get rid of? Oh, this Sam ore I can drop off. Definitely don't need to be carrying all these motors. Oh, also the alien hides. It's probably good. You're getting on now? Okay. Here, give me a minute. Intermission. So that was pretty much all the stuff that I did first. Over here, this is my most recent project that I've been working on. You can see it's got a huge... I made a huge bridge here with a huge ramp. I mean, this just gives you an idea of how big this freaking map is. Look at all this. This is just a small portion of it, too. This isn't even like... This is maybe like 1/10 of the map. All of that. If that. Might be even smaller. Okay. So this bad boy here... Got a lot going on here. So this started out as a quartz mine. So these two miners here are digging up raw quartz. The raw quartz comes up here and is split between these 8 constructors. Math is hard. The 4 over here are all processing raw quartz into quartz crystals. And then these 4 are turning it into silica. If we go up here, I had to go on another adventure and find this mineral called bauxite. The bauxite I brought down here along with water from down there. Brought the water up, bauxite down, into these refineries, which are taking those and making alumina solutions, or solution, which is a fluid, which is run over into this big thing here, which that is then fed into these with... I got real fancy here, so instead of having the different minerals I need running on conveyor belts and getting all like in everybody's way, I have them being fed from underneath the floor. So if you come under here... Oh, this is what the petroleum coke is used for. So I've been filling this with petroleum coke manually. I've been manually carrying it from that other factory all the way over here. And then I throw it into this. And then this automatically takes it up, splits it, and then carries it up through the floor into these things. And these are producing aluminum scrap and water. So the water is fed back into the same pipeline over here to be recycled in these, while the aluminum scrap goes down through the floor, gets combined into this one conveyor. And you can see nothing's being made right now. And then the aluminum scrap is run all the way around here, along with a silica byproduct from the refineries. The silica byproduct runs along here and goes down that lift to join the silica that's being made down there. The aluminum scraps come over this way. They get split up into this. Silica is being brought back up to go into here with the aluminum scraps to make aluminum ingots. And we're actually totally out of aluminum ingots, which is surprising. Oh no, was I feeding this into the freaking sink? I was. I still am. That's what happened to all my aluminum ingots. Son of a bitch. I accidentally fed it into my awesome sink. Oh well. I'll have to fix that later. And then up here, the aluminum ingots are also being brought up with copper ingots that I manually place in here to go through these, which produce these alclad aluminum sheets. So this is, yeah, there's a whole lot of shit going on here. And then the next thing I'm working on is back down at the, is over here. I need to combine sulfuric acid and this alumina solution. Is the vid frozen? Can you guys hear me? Mock Cage says vid frozen. Oh, you can hear, but you can't see? Did that fix it? Anyone else? Is it frozen for you guys? I'm staring at you in stopped motion unapprovingly. Noctis, are you still there? And is the video frozen for you as well? Oh, no problem. Is the stream frozen for you though, or are you able to see? Mock Cage, try restarting your, refreshing your browser. How's SWGEMU these days? I haven't actually been on it in a while. Besides, well, besides right now.